Hey, what's going on to all my gaming addicts and gamaholics? Welcome back to the Gamers Anonymous podcast, a show all about gaming and other related news to give you that fix to ease your gaming itch. This is episode number 45, and today is May 30th, 2022. Happy Memorial Day to everyone. All right. Of course, in this episode, we're going to go ahead and discuss the PlayStation June state of play, Sony's PlayStation Plus upgrade confusion debacle, and people leaving Xbox Game Pass and making it very known. All right. Of course, I am your host, Trey Turpin. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and, let my brother Shane Turpin go ahead and tell you what we've been up to recently or what he's been up to.
Oh man, well, what have I been up to recently? Mostly, man. Like I said previously, I've been mostly GTA and man. The free time that I do get, man, for real. I just been building up my stuff on there. Like I said, I started over from scratch. I could have imported my character, but I didn't. I just chose to
Mhm.
start over from scratch and just build up. Just for something to do, for real. And that's it, man. Just been trying to enjoy this holiday. I know some people enjoyed the previous day. I had a lot of friends and other people that uh, did a few things yesterday. Some people did some things today. So I'm glad. I'm just glad to be here doing this podcast, man. Once again, you know what I mean. Just keep pushing out this content. You know what I mean.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yeah, I was actually one of those people that actually celebrated yesterday. Had a bunch of friends come over, just had a cookout, had the kids play in the pool, play some beer pong, you know what I'm saying? Just vibed out. And it was a really good time. I'm glad that they came over. It was definitely much needed. And it was beautiful too. It's been beautiful this whole weekend, thankfully, because it's been raining the whole week leading up to the weekend. So, and then today we just went to our neighborhood pool, uh, took our son there, and he really enjoyed himself there. Loved the pool, loved swimming, loved swimming. So, I got a little sunburn, but it's all good. But gaming wise, I've actually been playing Forza Horizon 5 because my son, every time I get on the Xbox now, every time he's like, vroom, 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 like cars. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll load it up. So I'll load it up and I'll just be driving around and like every 2 seconds he like says blue, he wants a blue car, yellow, he wants a yellow car, red, he wants me to choose a red car. So I really don't even get a chance to play. He just wants to see me change cars and stuff like that. So I've been playing that a lot. I've also still been playing at Halo. It's very fun, still addicting, enjoying season 2 so far. I also went ahead and started playing that Battlefield 2042. I was playing that earlier just to see where it's at. It still feels like it's in the same situation. I know that the season is supposed to be coming out soon or starting soon. So I just wanted to jump in to see if there was any type of changes. Still disappointing, I mean, I was having fun playing it, but it was still like, yeah, you can't play this game for so long, so really hurts me. But that's all I've been playing pretty much. Just keeping up with all this news. I couldn't wait to actually go ahead and record this episode because definitely these are some good discussions that I want to talk about. hmm Yeah, but did you have anything else for the people, Shane? Before we go ahead and get started with the topics.
Man, let's roll into the topics.
All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, but of course, before we do, I just need to go ahead. Oh, where'd it go? All right. And of course, before we get started, if you would like to help support the show, go ahead and subscribe to the Gamers Anonymous podcast YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date when new videos drop. And don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For our audio listeners, make sure to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to stay up to date for new episodes. Also, rate and leave a review, which would help the show out tremendously. And of course, on behalf of the Gap, I just want to go ahead and give a big thanks to everyone for continuing to show love and support to the channel. All right. So the first topic that we're going to go ahead and run into today, of course, is going to be the PlayStation State of Play for June. All right. So a lot of people didn't know if PlayStation was going to start announcing anything. They didn't know if they were going to start announcing anything. So it was like late on Friday, they went ahead and announced that. I'm trying to get my camera to work. Got me all blurry. There we go. All right. There we go. Welcome back to 2022. All right. So they went ahead and announced on Friday that they are going to have a State of Play event on June 2nd, which should be this upcoming Thursday. I believe Wednesday or Thursday. No, Wednesday is the first. Yeah, so Thursday. And me, I'm thinking like, Xbox went ahead and announced that they're going to do their showcase, Xbox and Bethesda, PlayStation announced that they're doing their State of Play. I went ahead and, wasn't thinking, just started hyping myself up like, yeah, they're about to show us all the new games, give us the God of War release date, show us a lot more first party AAA games, yada, yada, yada. And we were planning on doing a predictions video for this episode. But of course, I went ahead and I actually sat down and read the article that was attached to the announcement on Twitter, and it went ahead and pretty much let me pull it up here for you guys. It pretty much tells us what's going to be part of the State of Play. So let me read it for you guys here. All right. So on the PlayStation blog, they went ahead and put this. It says it's been more than 2 months since our last State of Play. Who's ready for a new one? Tune in live next Thursday, June 2nd, for nearly 30 minutes of announcements and updates from the world of PlayStation. We'll have some exciting reveals from our third-party partners, plus a sneak peek at several games in development for PlayStation VR 2. Watch over at Twitch or on YouTube starting 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 12 a.m. CET. I think that's over there overseas somewhere. All right. So, and then it says, see you next week. All right. So before I go ahead and throw it over to Shane, I just wanted to go ahead and say, yeah, so it's pretty much they're letting us know what we're going to be like, what to expect for this show. And so, Shane, we were over here coming up with some crazy like predictions that was going to happen, that they were going to announce. And it just shows here that they're just going to pretty much focus on third-party titles, and they're going to dig deep into, it looks like, more PlayStation VR 2 games, and hopefully they reveal the console more, or the actual device, and give us like a price and a date. That would be really dope if they did that. But so Shane, so what do what do you think about this? Like, are you excited? Because like I was telling you, like it just dawned on me that this is a State of Play. Usually when they announce like or talk about their big hitter games, it's like a PlayStation game showcase. So what do you think about this State of Play just starting off as soon as like right before the Summer Game Fest and the Xbox and Bethesda showcase and everything like that?
Right. I mean, I'm happy. I'm excited, of course, to see anything game related, any type of content for real, for real. But I mean, I guess this is their starter to the summer, or to the year, should I say? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, of course, everybody wants all the big hitters. You know what I mean? But I mean, sometimes that's not always what you get. And I mean, just I'm glad they got something for us, though. You know what I mean? They're still working on a lot of things, so maybe they're not ready to show other things right now. they're supposed to technically come out this year. I know everybody, uh, such as that God of War, everybody wants to see that. You know what I mean? Everyone would definitely expect that to be here, but from what they're saying, it's don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's understandable. Maybe they're saving that for another time. I'm sure they'll have another showcase not far after this one. You know what I mean? So summer will be here before you know it. So I mean, this is something for now, a little food for thought.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like expecting something huge. So I'm glad that
Hmm.
I was able to catch, like, okay, this is what they're telling us to expect. This is what we should be expecting. Don't, I feel like if they are going to announce anything God of War related, they're going to do it in the same style they did with Horizon Forbidden West. It had its own dedicated state of play or game showcase, I believe. And it was focused on that game and that game only, showed us gameplay. And then here and there, I know one of them gave us like a release date, and then the other one didn't. It was just purely gameplay. So I feel like they'll do that with God of War and things like that. But a lot of people are just hyped. Like I said, like you were saying, everyone really wants to see God of War. They want to see what that game is going to be like. They want to know when it's coming out, when we can expect it, and what systems it's coming on. Because I know a lot of people have been talking about PlayStation. I think PlayStation themselves. I think I should have looked into it more, but I believe it's going around that PlayStation is talking about they want their games to be on PC, like to the point where they're down with releasing their games on PC sooner than what they've been doing here recently. And my bold prediction, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stick to it until the game comes out. God of War Ragnarok is coming out on PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 day one. I'm gonna stick with that.
Believe
That's
so, day
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, day one. I just feel like they're just go ahead and do it. Gamers are ready. They don't care if you rip the band-aid. You know what I'm saying? Just like I just know that is the plan. That's the whole point of them starting the generation off with we believe in generations. And then for them to come back and be like, whoa, 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 we believe in all generations now, so we're going to support PS4 and PS5. Then now they're putting more games on PC. So it just makes sense that they're like, okay, we want our games on as many platforms as possible
Right,
because it's not about the box itself. It's like you could probably make way more money on the software just by it being available on as many, like, and especially if it's on a P, like everybody has a PC, you know what I'm saying, laptop, something, you know what
right.
I'm saying. So it's like boom, they don't have to pay $500 for a new console. Boom. I'm going down a different rabbit hole or whatever. But yes, I do believe that if not with God of War, it's coming very soon. All right. But yeah, man. So just to humor everyone. Oh, okay. Before we go ahead and just think of what we would like to see at this show, now that we have an idea what's going to be there, I'm gonna just humor you guys and show I'm pointing at it like you guys can see. I'm gonna show you guys, like, there's been like leaks and things like that of what's going to be shown at the PlayStation showcase. So let's see at the state of play. All right, so this is a list here that there's been tons of lists, and it looks like it's been created in um, like a Word document and things like that. So here's the list that I believe is, if this was true, this one would be it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of far-fetched things. And this one actually kind of stays true to what the actual blog post was saying. So it's saying, like, expect to see Stray, which is the cat game everybody refers it to.
Mm.
We're getting a release date for that. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. They're going to show, I guess, mainly just the PlayStation VR 2 trailer. And then of course, like, so it definitely seems like this game is going to incorporate something with PlayStation VR, and that seems believable just because of how Avatar, like, I can see that being like you hopping into that world, first person mode, what have you, and exploring Pandora like you never have before, you know. So, and then also with Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is the Horizon Zero Dawn uh, VR variant game, or side project, or whatever you want to call it. They're going to give us more gameplay trailer on that. Then, of course, Resident Evil VR trailer, Street Fighter 6 gameplay trailer, Final Fantasy, Gotham Knights. And what doesn't make sense is the Last of Us remake holiday trailer, and then giving us Factions 2. Like, they didn't say anything about first party in their blog post. So that's a dead giveaway. If this was like, if you believed everything, you got to take that into account. All right. So, but with that being said, like, take this with a grain of salt. Definitely is not valid. I'm not saying this is legit or anything like that. I just feel like this would give us some kind of idea. Like, they did say they were going to talk about VR. You got Avatar VR, Horizon Call of the Mountain gameplay trailer, which is their VR game. You got Resident Evil 8 VR. Then you got like a bunch of third parties with Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, Gotham Knights, Stray, and things like that. So, Shane, with that being said, while I humored you guys with this list, do you think this is real, potentially real?
Uh,
Or, and then what, after you answer that, go ahead and just give us what you would like to see at the show.
uh, do I think this is real?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think any of these lists are real. I just think, it's people just playing around or whatever, and people just got a hold of it, and everybody started going crazy with it. They got
Mhm.
ones out there with timestamps on them, and it's just so many different ones that there's no way. You know what I mean? Like, but I do believe that they may be right on some of the information just because of the way everything is lining up with, what Sony said about,
Mhm.
everything being a VR related, which that's what I figured the main focus is going to be. They're going to show us the new headset, probably focus on it mostly. Probably show us some games for it. You know what I mean? They'll probably show us, maybe some, Call of Duty or whatever on it, whatever Resident Evil 8, whatever, a couple other games.
Mhm.
Everybody's expects that Stray to be there, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Out of everything on there, that I believe that one the most.
Yeah. Uh, you know, uh, there's so much things people want to see, and there's a lot of stuff I want to see, but I also know a lot of stuff that I want to see probably isn't going to make it. But really, because really what I want to most see is the first party stuff, man. But I want to get back to like the twisted metal and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
would love to see that type of game, man. That's a beloved game. Like
Mhm.
I feel like that would go crazy nowadays if they could do something with it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some type
Yeah.
of even live service, more or less with it. You know what I mean? It could be like a Rocket League type, not really Rocket League.
See?
But you get what I'm saying though. You know what I mean?
I think you onto something.
You feel me?
I
But
think,
you feel what I'm
yeah,
saying though?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. I
I
think
just
you're onto something.
I just feel like it could do some. I feel like it would do some numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some I would want to see personally, but I know it's not gonna be there. I gotta say, of course, God of War did give away. Everybody wants to see that. But besides that, some things I want to see more of would be, let me see, the Hogwarts Legacy. I wish, you know what I mean, we could see some more of that. I've been intrigued about that game. You know what I mean? So definitely excited about that for sure, for sure. Uh, a couple of things I got here. Final Fantasy 16 for sure. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That would be so dope. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's
Mhm.
waiting on that for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? All our Final Fantasy people out there. Uh,
Okay.
There's just
Anything else?
so much more. You know what I mean? That I know is not going to be there. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just because of what they've told us, which I'm kind of glad. At least I'd rather them be upfront and tell us, hey, it's going to consist of this and this, and don't expect this. Like transparency.
Yep,
That's what we need.
yep.
So
That's
I'm,
key.
you know, for sure.
Hmm. Okay. So I know, like you, I know everyone wants to see AAA. Hopefully that'll come down. Like you said, this might just be a starter for like the season of this E3 season. Um, I would definitely like to see a lot more of these, like all these games that are going to be announced. They are going to be included in the PlayStation Plus subscription. You know, I don't know what they're going to show. I wasn't expecting, like I said, I'm wanting to see the AAA games. But and then like the whole VR thing. I'm interested in that. Like I wanted to buy the first PlayStation VR, but I knew that a second one was coming out, or at least a new iteration of the first one was going to come out. So I was holding off. They announced that the second one is in development. Boom, here we go. More proof. They showed us the control. They showed us pretty much what it's going to look like and how it's going to be. I'm gonna need a price, and I'm gonna need to see what games are going to be offered that I can play on that device. I would like to see that as well. If they're going to just don't give me no VR titles that you're going to show, and then don't give us like a time frame of when we're going to get the device. If you're going to show us VR stuff, I want to know when I can get my hands on that device so I can play
For
these games that you're
sure.
showing me right now. So,
Definitely the price.
oh yeah,
What do you think a reasonable price for it is? Just to
man.
spice it up.
I mean, I think was the first one 300 maybe, or what? No, it was maybe 199. And then it was like 250 with a bundle or something like that.
Right, right.
I mean, at this rate, with the things that they're saying that it could be, I would say 299.
299.
That's just, I mean, that's what you could get the Quest 2 for, or the Meta Quest 2. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it can't be any higher than that. And
Facts. Big
I,
fact.
and I feel like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like free, let it be free. That's reasonable. Like just, if you were lucky to get a PlayStation 5, here we're gonna send you a free PlayStation VR 2. Like, yeah, that's reasonable. But when it comes to price, I feel like they can't go over 299 for sure.
For sure.
Especially with their console on sale for 399. If you get the digital edition. So that's just 100 shy. So it should be like 200, to be honest. 200, 250 if you want to stay competitive with the Meta Quest.
Right.
But what about you? You agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely can't be over 299.
Yeah. Right,
And
right.
I don't see them going lower than two, but I don't even see them going two with it. Really, I see them going
Mm,
more 250 range,
yeah.
249 ish. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Uh,
I agree.
that's
I
just where I
agree.
see it at.
Okay. Okay. So before we go ahead and wrap up this segment here, I just want to go ahead and ask you, Shane. So what do you think about these state of play events? Like, how have you been like, what was your, pretty much consensus on the past few that they've shown? And like, because for me it's starting to be more like, I mean, it is like the Sony's version of the Nintendo Direct.
Right.
Just give us
Ah,
small chunk size. Go ahead.
uh, well, go
No,
ahead, finish.
no, I was saying it was like, it's just a small chunk of gaming information when they want, whenever they want to go ahead and announce this stuff or give us this stuff. Um, and I feel like Nintendo, like a lot of people aren't a fan of the Nintendo Directs, even though I feel like their very last one was fire. Like, it showed so many games, and most of these games were coming out very soon, and if not this year. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like the last one that could have been like a E3 equivalent type deal with their last Nintendo Direct. Sony, on the other hand, I have not been impressed. I have not I mean, I've been interested, like, okay, that game looks cool, but it's like you just wasted our time pretty much. You could have announced this on Twitter, on a blog post or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so how do you feel about the state of play in regards? Do they need some improvements or
Yeah, I feel like they do definitely need some improvements just on like what they choose to announce and mixing up. Maybe some bigger title games mixed in with a sprinkle of third party, a sprinkle of indie games. You know what I mean? I just feel like they need to know how to package it all together a little better. Even though a few have last few ones have been kind of haven't really took over well with people. I do like the fact of that they're trying to inform us and keep us informed of games in their own way. I like this form and fashion a lot better. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's direct. We can get it from the horse's mouth. They can really tell us what's going on with the games. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, how far they're along. Talk to the actual studios and whatnot. Whatever the case may be, and really get in depth with what's going on in the situation of all these games and really what's going on with them, where they at in the process of the game. So I like it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like the only thing it does lack is I feel like it lacks the hype that E3 creates for some of these games. Like, you know what I mean? Like just the fact that just the build up to E3 and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like just creates a hype for some stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like that's really not a thing with these state of plays. But me personally, I like this form of media better. Because it's more. It can give me what I want. You know what I mean? And then we could communicate back with them and let them know what we didn't like and did like, and they could switch it up, and we don't gotta wait all year for them to try it again.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's not just
Hmm.
once; it's more
Yeah, yeah.
frequent. So even
Rather,
though it's
yeah.
not always what we want in the big box information, what we want, it's still information that I feel like we should be told that we need. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally agree. I think you're the most positive out of everyone that I've heard express their opinions about the state of play. And but you actually make some very good points. I do like this bite-sized information trickled in throughout the year, versus saving it for that one-time event and it be a hit or a miss. At least, you got a hit or a miss, a couple times a year or a few times a year versus just that one big hitter, And then like they said, I just want to touch on before we move on is that like they have these type of shows to put the spotlight on the smaller games because I know that when they mix it in, like let's say God of War was a part of this show, people are just going to remember God of War and
people
forget about
drowned it
all
out.
these other
Right,
games.
right.
Yeah, you know what
That's
I'm
all you
saying?
would hear about in the media tomorrow
Yep,
is God of War, God of War, God of War. You wouldn't
yep.
hear nothing about the other games. So that also makes sense too. I mean, because
Hmm.
God of War is going to get its shine. It's like regardless of
Yep,
it being here or
yep.
not. You know what I mean? So it does make sense to give your smaller titles and the platform.
All right. Okay. Well, I think that's enough talk about that. We're going to be looking forward to watching the state of play on June 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern. I think I might even try to do a live reaction to that. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. You know.
Copyrighted music.
Yeah. Oh, word. You
Not
can't.
yet. Nah,
I've
they
seen
already
people do it.
Nah,
Oh yeah. No.
they already said that they wasn't gonna keep out any copyrighted music. So for anybody that was live streaming it, just be aware.
Yeah, you are
So
right. I remember reading that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yep.
you can still do it. Just not like we get any advertisement on this anyway. So
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's like you just stabbed me in my heart a little bit.
I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I mean,
Yeah,
So
but
we could live stream it. Hey, that might get us up there.
I might live stream it and just put it on pause or whatever, or like silent the audio or something. I don't know. Now you got me
Just,
like, all right,
just,
just
li- just
abandon it.
live stream it only without even us on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All
And
right,
let
yeah. Without us, yeah, they can't say nothing then. All right.
I
So
mean, yes, they can still flag it for their content, but hey, people
yeah,
get to know the podcast name or whatnot. But anyway, we can discuss this
yeah,
off
yeah.
camera.
Look. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. So the next topic that we're gonna go ahead and talk about is the Sony PlayStation Plus upgrade confusion that happened last week as well. Um, it looked like sometime last week. Let me pull it up here. That well, not even sometime. I think the new PlayStation Plus subscription service that they announced actually went live in Asia on the 23rd. And, if you're like me or a bunch of us who went ahead and pre-purchased, yearly subscriptions to go ahead and stack them, um, PlayStation was like, no, 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 we're going to charge you guys the difference anyway. And a lot of people were ending up paying like a lot of money for the differences so they can actually get the PlayStation Plus extra or premium variant or what have you, which is still another confusing thing on its own. But let me go ahead and pull the article up for you guys. Um, so I have it here. This is on theverge.com. So it says Sony fixes the PlayStation Plus subscription pricing error. All right. So I have here as the revamped subscription service went live in Asia on May 23rd, anyone trying to upgrade from a subscription they'd purchased at a discount was faced with paying back what they'd save initially, plus the upgrade price for a new tier. There was also a similar situation happening for people who stacked PlayStation Now subscriptions. Players were buying up years worth of subscription cards at the current price in the hope they would save a ton of money when the service rolled over. All right. Not only did Sony temporarily stop players from redeeming those cards, but it looked like anybody who had already stacked years of PlayStation Now subscriptions might have had to pay the difference for all their redeemed time, something that would add up if they were carrying 10 years worth of time, like some folks apparently were. After 2 days of taking a beating in the court of public opinion, Sony tweeted that its pricing situation was a technical error and that players who were overcharged were getting refunds. All right. And this is the tweet that PlayStation went ahead and put out. They said, due to a technical error, players in Asia who have previously purchased a PlayStation Plus membership at a discount have been incorrectly charged for their upgrade pricing. This error has been fixed and impacted players will receive a credit. We thank you for your patience. All right. And the article continues to say, additionally, those who stacked their PlayStation Now subscriptions got a handy conversion chart from Sony explaining how much time they would really get for all their pre-purchase subscription cards. All right. And this is nothing new. We talked about this on the podcast not that long ago. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Shane. So what do you think of all of this, like this whole confusion, or just, I don't know, it seems like, I don't know, they said it was an error. I feel like no, they was trying to get it, you know what I'm saying, to see if hopefully they could go ahead and get that money, because they never mentioned like, hey, if you do this, it's going to roll over without paying anything. They didn't make it fully clear. And this is the one thing that's making me upset. Okay. Cause like here with this chart, still confusing to me. Like I think 10 more months left of PlayStation Now that I already prepaid for. What is it going to convert to on this chart? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it going to be 10 months of premium? Is it going to be 10 months of extra? Or are they just going to slap it and give me 10 months of essential? And then not even that. You see here, they're not even giving you 12 months of a PlayStation Now voucher. You're not even getting 12 months worth unless you do Essential. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
it's really
how
confusing.
many months can you
And
get as a highest tier for a year?
you for a year, if you buy a 12-month of PlayStation Now voucher, it will convert to 183 days of PlayStation Plus Premium. But it also says converted to 219 days of PlayStation Plus Extra, which is the tier below that. And I'm like, so when June 13th for us comes around and this service launches, next time we sign into our PlayStation, are we going to get hit with an option like, which one do you
Yeah, it's
want?
definitely gonna have to ask you for sure.
That's
Definitely
what
gonna be
that's what I'm
prompted to ask
confused,
you.
you
Yeah,
know.
for
So
sure. If it's giving you the option, yeah, they're not just going. They're gonna have to give you the option to choose what you want to go to. When this
mhm,
service goes out, it's gonna ask you the new service is out. Which one would you want to roll over to? You know what I mean?
mhm, yeah.
Definitely it has to, and you have to pick one.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously,
I hope so. They're just not being transparent, which is what's really getting me
right,
confused.
right. That's what's confusing
But
everything. The fact that they're not fully explaining everything from the beginning.
mhm, yeah, they're and if they did, they're just doing a horrible job. So, but what do you think about them having this issue and then resolving it, and so be it?
Uh, I mean, stuff happens. They resolved it fairly quickly.
Took a couple
So
days.
it's a strike, but I mean, it's not like I'm gonna discredit them for it. You know what I mean, or
Hmm.
think something's up or anything like that. Now, if something like this happens again, or then I'm
When
be like,
June
hey,
13th comes around for me, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to take my credit cards up off of that the store.
right,
Or they
right,
start charging me.
right, for sure. I try to do that anyway. I don't
Yeah,
really
right.
charge that card. Only money I put on that mug. If
Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, me
load a
too.
card on there, it ain't nah.
Yeah, me too. The 2011 still haunts me to this day. All right. But okay, yeah, yeah. It was just something an article I just wanted to bring up because I know a lot of people were like, I know I was scared. I'm like, man, that was $60 I just wasted. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna make me have to pay the difference when the service actually launches.
Right.
So but because thinking like us, the Xbox, they don't care. They want you in their ecosystem. Like, I got 3 years for the price of 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why is PlayStation being so chintzy? Like, you have way more of a player base than say Xbox. You have I don't know. I just feel like, why did this even happen? And I do agree, I'm probably giving them too much flack for it. But why is this happening? And it took a couple days to resolve it. Like, y'all didn't even be like, yes, this is an error, we're working on it. Y'all didn't do anything like that or anything. Y'all just let it sit and ride to see how the media was going to take it. And it was like, yeah, we're probably going to lose some fans over this. Let's go ahead and fix it. Like, nah, that's
They're
just,
not taking it well. They noticed. They didn't just pay it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I just think is I feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably just being a little too hard. I am being a little too hard on them. Like, because I know if Xbox would have did that, I'd have been like, yeah, they fixed it. But people gave Xbox way more flack when they was trying to change up the gold subscription. People, the internet erupted.
They
You
catch
know what
more
I'm
flack
saying?
for everything they
Every
do.
Yeah,
They're
true.
under a microscope.
Yep. And that
Microsoft is under a microscope.
they really are. That's why I said at this point, like, any type of promotion is good. Like, but and that's a good segue because I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. That, like, it's really nothing. They had the issue, they fixed it. All is good. We're just gonna have to wait until June 13th when it rolls around, and hopefully I get that option so I can select premium. So I could take advantage of that and see how many days they give me and when it ends and things like that.
183, bro.
Yeah, nah, I think it's like 10 months worth because I bought it like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be like 10 months worth. I mean, that'd be love if they gave me the whole 183. you know.
Nah, you 2 months shy, you gonna get like 140,
Yeah.
160,
Yeah, they gonna be like,
145.
nah, here go 100. You know what I'm saying? Here go 100. But for $5 extra, we can give you 20 more days or something like that. Like
All right.
they gonna do the most. All right, but all right. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our final topic here, which was a perfect segue. All right. So our final topic here is it seems like people, like we were saying, Xbox just gets so much flack. It looks like a lot of people are being very vocal on them saying that they're leaving Game Pass. They're unsubscribing. They're done with Game Pass, which it took the internet or at least Twitter by storm. Surprisingly, I've seen a lot of people like just pretty much say this is crazy. Like people are just doing this for clicks, views, clout, what have you. Like people are just doing this. And I agree because I don't have an article or anything like that for you guys to read off of. But I agree because I've seen where people said, yeah, like, yeah, I'm gonna just unsubscribe from game. Like I've seen this before. Like this isn't nothing new and it was never blown up this big. But as soon as they delayed two of their major games, someone posts an article saying that they're leaving Xbox Game Pass because they have no games when so wait a minute. So they didn't have any games. So you were subscribed to it anyway, still paying that monthly subscription anyway,
Waiting on
when
these games.
waiting on these games.
Only
Exactly.
games you were waiting for.
Like why not pay for it when the game comes out? But you were sitting here, oh, this game comes out in a couple months. I don't mind paying for the service a couple months in advance while I wait for this game. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
there's no other games to play while I wait on the games to come out that I'm waiting for.
yeah. So that's the whole thing. A lot of people were saying, um, this just doesn't make sense. They were saying Xbox just pretty much like you were saying, they just catch flack over any and everything. They're definitely under a microscope. They cannot breathe wrong without articles or anything making the rounds and a whole new story is up. So Shane, what do you think about this? How do you feel about people leaving Game Pass because maybe they were looking forward to Starfield or Redfall? And then what do you think about them just being very vocal about it, like trying to like they're going to get something out of it, I guess.
I feel like at the end of the day, it's all their personal choice. If you choose to leave for that reason, you totally have the right to. Do I necessarily agree with you? No, because like you were saying, you're already paying for it for however long, waiting on these games. Were you not playing Game Pass the whole time? So you're just giving Xbox free money? You obviously had to be using it,
Exactly.
So it was obviously some benefit to you, or you wouldn't have been playing it or paying for it. So, I mean, I just feel like it's hype. I mean, not hype, but cloud chasing. People just wanting to look the views, people to talk about what they're doing or whatever. I'm not buying it, man. At the end of the day, hey, if you want to unsubscribe, go for it. I'm not mad at you at all. By all means, unsubscribe. If the service is trash and you don't like it and have no benefit, no use for it, don't give them your money. I'm not mad about that. You know what I mean? But there's no need for all this unnecessary, shaming and clout chasing. It's just nonsense.
So it's even so bad that the article or the website that posted the article, the Xbox Game Pass Twitter account left a comment saying, tell me you only play AAA games without telling me you only play AAA games. And
Savage.
people thought that was a weak blow for Xbox to even partake in. You know what I'm saying? But
That's savage.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, I
Very
think that
hard.
they just didn't care. It's like, okay, so you're saying that Xbox Game Pass has no value to you right now. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, like me, if there's nothing I mean, I can understand if you maybe played all you wanted to play or what have you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna unsubscribe and jump back in, just like with Netflix. Like I'm paying for Netflix every month, and then they and then I don't watch it every day. I don't, it's I always wait like a couple weeks and be like, oh, let me see what's new on there, and click on it. So am I not getting my money's worth since I'm paying it every month? You know what I'm saying? So I understand if you think you're getting your money's worth or you think you're not. So go ahead and cancel it. But I just think it's funny that these two games that you were waiting to play in the first, like, why didn't the article say I really want to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, but it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a lot longer before I do so? You know what I'm saying? No, all right, but yeah, I digress. You know what I'm saying? So, but Shane, are you gonna unsubscribe to Xbox Game Pass?
No, man, I'm prepaid up for, well, it was 3 years. I think I'm down to under two now. So
Yeah, same. Yeah, it says March 2024. So I got ways away, but
I think I'm like 2 months, a couple months before you. Mine's like February.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully something shakes or something like that.
Hopefully it's still going and we can get another to next 3 years, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that'd be dope. Nah, they gonna. I don't know. That was too finesse, and they still letting that finesse go on. You know, I guess Xbox is just savage at this moment. But yeah, man, that's all I really wanted to go ahead and talk about with you guys. Did you have anything else to say with this topic before we go ahead and just start wrapping up the show?
Man, that's it.
All right, so say no more. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the show for you guys. All right, now, of course, with all the topics that we talked about today, definitely let us know in the comments or hit us up on Twitter and let us know what you guys think about, the topics that we talked about, the PlayStation State of Play that's coming out on June 2nd, the PlayStation Plus debacle that happened, and Sony correcting it. And then also go ahead and let us know what you guys thought about, people making a big deal about quitting Xbox Game Pass. Like, with those two big games pushed further out into next year, a factor for you, or does the service still provide good quality games for you to continue spending that monthly fee on? All right. So, of course, go ahead and just let us know what you all think about those topics down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and on your favorite audio podcast service. Also, go ahead and follow the Gamers Anonymous on Twitter. It is Gamers without an E, Anonymous. So it's Gamers Anonymous. There's no E in Gamers. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter. That's where you're going to get all the latest news when the new podcast drops, new episodes, things like that. Contests when we do that stuff later down the road, when we introduce new guests that are going to be part of the show, things like that. Go ahead and give us a follow. We greatly appreciate it. We're definitely trying to grow this channel. I've definitely seen growth since the beginning of this year. So I just want to continue to keep that momentum up and hopefully continue to get better and better. And, this can be one of the top shows that people must have to watch. That's everybody's dream, right? But I just feel blessed to be a part of this community and, be able to do this here with my boys and my brother, especially, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Definitely go ahead and follow me as well on Twitter at Donny Tress, DONNYTR, the number 3S. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you back. Let's talk about games. I know the NBA Finals is starting this Thursday. Looking forward to that. Let me know. Let me know who you got winning the chip. And talk about anything, man. Shane, where could these people find you at?
That's on Twitter. That's at TurpTech. That's at TURPTECH. Give me a follow there, man. Don't be scared to shoot me a DM, whatever, whatever. We can conversate about games, sports, whatever, man. You know what I mean? We're here to engage with our community. We love what we do. That's why we do this every week. You know what I mean? Just because we enjoy it. Like, you know what I mean? We do it because we love it, not because we have to. It's my
Yep.
little saying right there. You know what I mean? Like, this is really our passion. So we do this because we really love it, like not because we have to. So
Yeah.
you know, like but please tell us how we're doing. You know what I mean? Don't be scared to converse with us and engage with us on the topics. Let us know how y'all feel. Give us your opinions in the comments. Like and subscribe, please, please, please. Like I said, we've been growing slowly but surely, but it is showing some growth. So you know what I'm saying. We're gonna keep at it, and we're not gonna stop. Period. Point blank. So it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Definitely, man. Just continue to, we just appreciate you guys just supporting the channel, the podcast, and showing up each and every week when we drop some heat. But of course, it's been fun, it's been real. And until next time, never stop gaming. Yep. Peace.